Death dumps, otherwise known as chemical trails, are being dropped and sprayed throughout the United States, in England, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Europe, and I have personally seen them not only in the United States but in Mexico and Canada. Birds are dying around the world. Fish are dying by the hundreds of thousands around the world. This is genocide. This is poison. This is murder by the United Nations. This element within our society that's doing this must be stopped. I happen to know of two of the locations where the airplanes are that dump this crap on us. 4 of the planes are out of the Air National Guard, Lincoln, Nebraska, and the other planes are out of Fort Sill, Oklahoma. I personally have observed the planes that were standing still in Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, at the Air National Guard. They have no markings on them. They're huge, bomber-like airplanes with no markings. This is a crime. Crime against humanity, crime against America, crime against the citizens of this great country. They must be stopped. What is wrong with Congress? This has an effect on their population and their people and their friends and their relatives and themselves. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with the pilots who are flying these airplanes? They're dumping this crap, this poison, on their own families. Somebody has to do something about it. Somebody in Congress has to step forward and stop it now. Thank you. I'm Ted Gunderson.
One thing should be clear to you by now is the so-called elected officials don't really care about you, right? All they care about is carrying out orders of their puppet master. He asked about, Ted Gunderson, he asked about what is wrong with Congress, what is wrong with the pilots that are doing all of this. See, there is a secret cabal that run this whole show, right? And, you have your Freemasons, you have your Illuminati, this and that, the other. So all these guys, they are all involved in this, right? So they have to carry out orders of the wicked elites, the banking families, right? They have to do this. And it doesn't really matter to them the kind of damage they cause, right? Because they've taken that oath. This is why if your conscience try to get the better out of you and you try to expose this secret cabal, what happens? They're off you, man. Because that's the oath you took to keep everything a secret, and you have to do whatever it is that is assigned to you, right? No matter how degrading it is, no matter how humiliating it is, no matter how disturbing it is, you have to do it. You see, that is, if you're going to ask what is wrong with them, that is what you would say is wrong with them, right? It's not like they don't know what they're doing is wrong, but they have their master to obey. And they will do whatever it takes to obey their master. This is how they make their living. This is how their livelihood is taken care of. So it doesn't really matter whether they poison the air, the water, the fishes that we all use. It's not like they're going to live in some other planet. We all in the same planet that they are destroying with all these chemicals, this poison, right? We are all in this same thing. But to them, the end justifies the means. What is the end? That they are part of this cabal, that they get paid and, they live better than the next guy out there. So to them, it is okay until their conscience try to get the better out of them and they try to expose and turn whistleblowers. What happens? They're off them, man. Then you can talk about John Todd and even Ted Gunderson himself. He's no longer there, and he was a part of that. I mean, he was a FBI director at some point, right? So he was a part of that circle, if you will. So once your conscience try to get the better out of you, man, they'll take you out. There's no denying that. This is Micah, the second chapter, and the first verse, and the subheading right here says, "Woe to oppressors." Now, woe means destruction to oppressors. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and walk evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand." All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continue to teach us this truth. Peace, salutation, shalom, shalom, shalom to all your brothers and sisters out there that are of the household of faith, and to you brothers that are pushing this truth in sincerity and in honesty. To you, I say shalom. Yeah, I had to, kick off with the scripture because that's exactly what it is. Woe to oppressors. And you can see the concern in Ted Gunderson's face and in his tone. He's very concerned. And he made this video way back when. And it's not like they've stopped. It's gotten worse. So what, that's why he's saying, what is wrong with Congress? There's nothing really wrong with them in the sense of, they're crazy, right? It's just they're psychopaths and sociopaths, the so-called elected officials that you put in office. They are of the devil, right? They are wicked to the core. So it doesn't really matter to them what they do as long as they stay in power. So case in point, you can vote in anyone you want, any puppet leader you want into office. Guess what? They will never be for your good. You can vote in Trump, you can vote in Biden, Obama, and they will always give you that same old bull crap. The change has come and it's time for change and build back better or make America great again. And they always give you that bullshit slogan, and guess what? You'll fall right into it. Always, man. That's how gullible the people out there are. They always fall victim. And they know this. All it takes is a little to create a hero for you, and you will just gobble it up. And they will always play you every single time. Why? Because they are not really in power. All you just seen is a puppet. That's all they are, a puppet. They put up a puppet leader to do their bidding, even though they might feign themselves to be on your side. At the end of the day, they are on the side of their master, right? So that's why the scripture is talking about woe, meaning destruction to them that oppress the people of the earth. Look at it. Just check out the way the earth is. A lot of people got to work multiple jobs just so they can keep food on the table and feed their family and pay their rent. That's how crazy it is. That's very oppressive. What time do you have to, take time for yourself? You walk yourself to death, walk yourself to the bone. That's nothing but an oppressive way of living, man. A lot of people are so into the system that they can't even see anything outside the system. You love the system. That's why anytime you go to vote and, you believe in the system, meanwhile the system is screwing you every single time. No Vaseline. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and walk evil upon their beds. So before they spray all this taxes, chemtrails or whatever upon you, guess what? They plan it out. That's why I say devise iniquity and walk evil upon their beds. Even as they are laying on the bed, here it is. You might be on the bed and thinking about it, how you're going to go to job the next day and, or you're going to find a better job or whatever. Their own thing is how to destroy you. That's what they think about in their beds. The wicked elites is how to come up with more elaborate ways to kill you, to destroy you, totally destroy you and everything you love. It says, when the morning is light, they practice it. So now, when they wake up in the morning, guess what? All the ways, the abominable ways they've thought up on their bed on how to destroy you, guess what? They carry it out. Why? Because it is in the power of their hand. They have the power to do so. The power has been given to them. You know, the earth, the way it is right now, is because the wicked are in authority. And why is that? They've been given that power by the God of the Bible, right? So this is their time to just go buck wild, go crazy. That's why they tell you things, wayward things like this, 32 genders out there. What the fuck do you mean by that? What do you really mean by that? And a lot of people buy into that. See? It says, and the covered fields and take them by violence. There's a lot of farmers out there that are in trouble. You know, a lot of farmers, they're in trouble. They're about to lose their farms. A lot of them have already lost their farms because big corporations wants to take over. They only want to take over. They have no Salakia. They've already taken over big pharma and big the malls and all that. You can barely see mom and pop stores these days, right? Now they're taking it further to farming. They want to take that over also. Bill Gates have bought up all the farmlands. You know, they own it all. Your fruits and vegetables is coming from them. Your meat, all of that. So they take everything, whether you like it or not, right? And houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Case in point, what was done to the Native Americans. Now they're all in the reservations, the res dogs, right? Here it is. Here used to be their land. You know, it used to be their land. They were damn near killed off, so the wicked can take it over. That's why it says here, they oppress a man and his house, even the man and his heritage. Even your regular Joe Six-pack out there, you buy a house, you still got to pay mortgage on it. And if you don't pay your mortgage, guess what? They take back your land. The land you're supposed to own is not really yours. You see what I'm saying? So this is their nature. This is the nature of the wicked, right? So this is why the third verse is for them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. What family? The Rothschild, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Merovingians, right? These are the top-notch wicked elites. See what I'm saying? It says, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go heartily, for the time is evil. So ultimately, there has to be a tipping point. You know, they've oppressed the world, they've destroyed the world and everything therein. Guess what? It's going to be their time to taste of it, to taste of their own demise. It's only right. It's only right. So which brings us to this next scripture real quick. You have to understand you're dealing with some evil Knievel type of individual out there. That's what you're dealing with, man. You're dealing with guys, demented guys that don't give a flying F. This is Proverbs, the 4th chapter, and the 16th verse. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Who is that? The wicked. You see what I'm saying? So, for them to have a good night's sleep, guess what? They have to do some kind of mischief. They have to rain chemtrails upon you, spray you like bugs. If they don't do that, they cannot sleep well. Right? If they don't tell you that something is safe and effective and here it is jacking you up, they cannot sleep well, right? If they don't have elaborate ways to just totally annihilate everything there is, they cannot sleep well. And nothing is exempt from their grip. Not the fishes in the ocean, not the plants, not the trees, is exempt from this wicked, Knievel type individuals, man. These psychopaths. Nothing is exempt from them, man. Nothing is exempt from their wicked grip, right? They pollute everything. They kill everything. You, the fishes, the animals, everything is suffering under these wicked rulers. You can't tell me that it. Just look outside, man. Everything is all out of whack. The birds, everything. It says, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. You see that? They really have to do something wicked. They just have to. It is in their DNA, it is in their core nature, right? To do something. This is why to expect something good from these guys, you have to be out of your mind, man. And you are sadly mistaken. Nothing good can come from these guys. Even the scriptures back it up. The scriptures back it up. You see? So you can vote who you want into office. The result is going to be the same. Always, every time. You can vote whoever you want into office. The result is always going to be the same. It says, this is Jeremiah, the 13th chapter and the 23rd verse. It says, can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? And what is the answer to that? No. So the Ethiopians are dark-skinned, right? And they cannot, now you have all these medical procedures to lighten your skins and all that, but it's talking about naturally you cannot change your skin. You see? Because that is who you are. That's what you'll always be. Or the leopard, his spots. The leopard will always have their spots. This is how you know a leopard, right? It says, then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. So those that are accustomed to do the evil, you cannot expect anything good from them, even though they come to you all, oh man, they humble themselves and go crouching and trying to present themselves as this good individuals. Guess what? They will always turn to their nature. And what is their nature? Their nature is to be wicked, to be evil. You see? And the scriptures here is telling you that they are accustomed to do evil. Let's quickly look up the word accustomed. Let's look that word real quick. Accustomed.
Strong's H 3928. Limud.
Limud.
Second entry. Limud.
Limud. It says taught, learn, discipled, I believe. Discipled, taught, to be a disciple of somebody, you're taught under that person. It says accustomed to do evil. So they've been taught to do this evil, right? By the wicked elites on down, and their God is Satan. So they've been taught by the left-hand side to do all this crap. They've learned it. So used, accustomed. You see? They've been instructed. You see that? Accustomed to something, accustomed to the wilderness, and accustomed to do evil. So when you're accustomed to do something, meaning you've learned it, and that is how you get down. That is who you are now. You see? And they've learned it from the left-hand side. Look at what happened in the 2024 WEF Davos meeting. What happened? They had a Sherman up in there, doing some witchcraft stuff. So this is how they learn to do all this crap. This is how they learn it. They're accustomed to do evil. And they love it. They love it, man. They love it to the very core. You see? That's why we have to not trust these guys, but trust in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. See, you cannot trust in man. Man is always going to fail you. Man will do what man does. This is John, the 10th chapter and the 10th verse. It says, the thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. So this is how they get down. That's why you heard that the concern in Ted Gunderson's voice. You know, he was like, what is wrong with Congress? What is wrong with these guys? But well, this is what they do. They come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And they are thieves also. Right? It says, I am come that they might have life and they might have it more abundantly. So which side are you on? Are you on the righteous side or are you on the wicked side? Because if you're on the wicked side, you always get fucked over. Excuse my French, always. But if you're on the righteous side, guess what? There's a reward for it. And that reward is that you will have a life and have it more abundantly, even while everything is dying around you. This is where Psalms the 91 chapter kicks in. You see? Yeah, just a little something, man, you know. And with that, all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokaha, Kodash, double on us to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. See you next time, Lord willing. Shalom. Shalom.